All right, everybody, come on in, take your seats. I hope you've been having a good day so far, so you at least had like a nice start to your day, because I am about to potentially ruin it with Brittany Dawn History Lesson Episode 2. Headline of this one is Brittany Dawn uses a homeless man for internet fame and money. Let's get into the details. Before we do that, actually, though, let's give a disclaimer. I am all for talking about the things that Brittany Dawn has done. I am all for holding her accountable. I am all for being like, hey, you did this thing and it's not okay. However, contacting real life people, in my opinion, tends to cross a boundary. Somebody who, like, if somebody is involved in any of these quote unquote stories or scandals, events, situations, and they are not a public figure, meaning they do not have like a public social media profile where they are creating content or like putting themselves out there in the hopes of people seeing them, they should be left alone. So this man, I'm only saying his name because it is already like out there. He has given a statement. He is referenced a lot, and so I want to make sure that we're not getting anything confused. But please do not contact him. Please do not try and find him. Please do not reach out to him. Like, he is living his life offline in terms of like being publicly known. I'm sure he has like a small social media because people were able to find him before, but it's like, it's a personal social media account. It is not for public consumption, okay? Disclaimer out of the way. Let's talk about James. In April of 2021, Brittany Dawn made an Instagram post about how Jordan was telling her the story, and it wrecked her. It left her undone. Their friend Cruz, who went to church with them at Mercy Culture at the time, I don't believe Brittany Dawn goes there anymore, had told Jordan that he saw somebody come into the church and tithe 15 cents and leave halfway through. I don't know like the actual like innermost details of this, because I would not. Well, let me take that back. I was like, my church, like, I wouldn't notice that, but we don't pass around a collection plate, so obviously I wouldn't notice that. But Cruz noticed this man leaving halfway through. He talked to him, he followed him out, he's like, what's going on? Apparently this man, his name is James, he was homeless, he was in active addiction, and he said, I just came to tithe my last 15 cents. So Brittany posts about this. She's like, oh my gosh, I gotta find him. Like, his story totally touched me. We gotta help this guy. The next day, Jordan, Cruz, and a couple of their friends go joyriding around town trying to find James. They find him, they connect with him, they end up like taking him shopping, getting him some clothes, some food, getting him a haircut, putting him up in a hotel. All very nice things, except for the fact that while they are doing this, Brittany is recording every single thing and talking about James as if he is a child. Everything is, oh, he asked if he could get Folgers because it's his favorite. Instead of talking about him like a grown man, like an adult, everything is like the watering eyes emoji, right? So she's documenting everything. She's putting this guy's business out here like it's her own. And they start a GoFundMe. Jordan starts a GoFundMe because rumor has it, unverified, Brittany cannot use the GoFundMe platform. That's a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, unverified. I'm just telling you what people have said. Jordan starts a GoFundMe. It's called like Bless James's Obedience, basically, because he went in to give money to the church, even though like it was his last 15 cents, right? So they set this goal of $5,000. They end up raising over $20,000, and they're like, this is going to be for taking care of his basic needs. We want to get him into a treatment facility. Like, this is all going to go to James. Now, again, Brittany's documenting everything. She's reaching out for help. She's trying to find a place they can send him. They live in Texas. They end up finding a facility that they want to send James to called Alpha House, Ohio. It's a free facility. So, she doesn't say that though. She doesn't tell everybody that Alpha House, Ohio is free, but it is. It's free. You don't have to have like insurance or Medicaid to go there, but they do. Apparently, somebody on the Brittany Dawn Snark subreddit had reached out, and basically they said You don't have to have this Medicaid, but once you get here, we do help these people who are seeking treatment from us. We help them get enrolled in Medicaid, and then we have the benefits come to us. It helps cover their food and stuff like that, which that's a whole other thing. Anyway, so they get him not enrolled, but they get him set up to go to Alpha House, Ohio. And then before they can go to the airport, James bolts. He apparently breaks Cruz's car window. He runs away. They can't find him. It's a whole thing. Again, we shouldn't know this. We should not have access to this information. But when someone is in addiction and trying to get clean and seek treatment for that, that's going to be a tumultuous thing. It's not going to be a straight line of recovery. But Brittany and Jordan and Cruz, who, as far as I know, are completely unqualified to help someone in active addiction. Sure, if you want to donate money, you want to get somebody a haircut, food, clothes, all that stuff, great. But you're not a health professional. Anyway, James runs away. They end up finding him. They bring him back. They get him on that plane, and they get him to Alpha House, Ohio. We get 1 or 2 official updates on how he is doing, and that's it. Cruz, Brittany and Jordan's friend, at one point posts a voicemail that James left him about how he is going to be graduating from Alpha House, Ohio, and that he's been trying to get in touch with Jordan, but he hasn't been able to. Everybody's like, why can't he get in touch with Jordan? What's going on? We want an update. How is he? Did you give him the money? Is he so excited? People are wanting to know because they've donated and invested their money and time and emotions into James. How is he doing? What's going on? Why can't he get in touch with Jordan? This, to me, I'm gonna say, in my opinion, this is a lie. Cruz says, hey guys, you gotta calm down. The reason that Cruz couldn't get in touch with Jordan is because he was in Iraq and he was helping kids who were trafficked. Do you believe that? Up to you. Anyway, so that's pretty much the last we get. And I have reached out to Cruz I made a YouTube video about this a couple years ago. And so at the time I reached out to Cruz in his DMs and I said, hey, I'm sure that you get people asking you about this a lot. If you have anything that you want to share, any statement, any update on James, would you mind giving me one? Because people would love to know how he's doing. And he was like, yeah, reach out to me tomorrow. So I reached out to him the next day and I was like, we can get on a Zoom if you want. If you just want to give me a written statement, whatever it may be, just let me know, whatever's good for you. And he never responded. So I don't know his opinion on any of this and how it has gone down since it was brought to the general public. But yeah, so that was kind of it. People would ask Brittany, how's James? Did he get the money? Was he so excited? How's he doing? And she responded to somebody's comment and was like, he's actually doing great, but do you actually care about him, or are you just asking this because you're a troll, because it's irrelevant? So for a long time, nobody knew what happened. Brittany and Jordan had a pretty big wedding after this. People thought that maybe there were a plethora of things they could have spent that money on because nobody confirmed that it had gone to James. And then I want to say 2 years ago, this whole thing kind of surfaced again. And someone on TikTok did reach out to James. We confirmed it. Well, I didn't confirm it was him. We saw videos. It was him. James said he got about $6,000 and he did not know about the GoFundMe, but that he was doing well. So, yeah. Long story short, Brittany used a man in a vulnerable position for her own personal gain and for internet fame and for engagement on social media. They raised over $20,000 for him. He got about $6,000 and went to a free treatment facility. I do think some of that money went towards the hotel, the haircut, the clothes, the food, transportation, all of that, but there's a large portion of money that is unaccounted for. That's what we've got. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, leave them in the comment section down below and we'll go from there. This is an internet history lesson on Brittany Dawn, episode 2.